1051.
Just I want to ask something from the Packers. This is something the hood used to see. Like when 50 knocked you for singing, and then he turned around and used your same formula. Everybody loved him for it.
Yo, big ups to his masterful plan. You executed it well. Yo,
that's the old
that's
bait
real.
and switch.
It was basically the second joint, 21 questions.
That's the old bait and switch. You know what I'm saying?
How about the video was very similar to Ja's video when he was in jail?
Yeah.
The concept and the treatment for the video was extremely similar.
Well, you got to understand something about
he did that with Vita
about hip hop.
On Put It On Me.
You got to understand something about music. When somebody is winning the way we were winning in the music business, everybody's taking notice. Everybody wants to see, okay, well, you know, we pull up BDS, we pull up SoundScan. You know, they look and they like, man, Ja getting 10,000 spins a week on a record. He's selling this much amount of records. So everybody's watching and everybody's saying, I want that. So everybody doesn't necessarily have the blueprint to get to that. So they use your blueprint to get to that.
Gotcha.
And I think labels do the same thing. You know, they push people into these positions like, yo, you know, well, how about going in and trying one of those Ja Rule style records? You know, that might work for you right now. Try that and then see how that works. You know, so this is how it goes in the music business. So it's not a shock to me that once he figured out, oh, you know what? I could get like 10,000 spins off of doing these type of records. I'm getting a look on the other side in Middle America and with these type of records. I'm getting top 40 love with these type of records. Right. So yeah, it makes sense when he says, okay, well maybe I need to start doing these type of records. Even though I ridiculed the guy for doing these type of records. These are the records that are winning. These are the records that are going to keep me getting paid.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I understand it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. You ever mad at the consumer though? Like, yo, he just told y'all.
He just told y'all that pizza was the worst thing in the world and sold you pizza. Yes, I understand it. I get it. You know, like I said, you know, previously before, I was a little bit hurt by the fans turning on me because I'm a fan-driven artist. I love my fans. So it was a little bit of a thing where I was like, wow, like y'all flipping on me.
And
like,
they were trying to push your buttons. I remember people would come to your shows and wear G-Unit shirts.
And
you would trying to jump out the crowd, trying to knock everybody's head off.
We paid a lot of money in lawsuits.
A lot of lawsuits.
I'm putting a number at like 4 or 5 million.
Goodness gracious.
Absolutely. Rule, what you need to know, he's not having it.
Yeah.
So anyone that comes, he's firing on him. And once he's like a boss. Rule's a boss. So when Rule fires, we all fire.
So all it takes is a G-Unit t-shirt for $4 million. Bring the G-Unit t-shirt when you come back.
We're in a good place. We ain't doing that no more.
I heard stories about beating up DJs for playing G-Unit records in the clubs.
Not G-Unit records, G-Unit disc records. It's a little different. You know, that story got a little bit taken out of context because I'm going to tell that story how it happened. I walk into this beautiful party in Miami. It was like it was like an outside, like a beach party, like a, you know, one of them outdoor
sexy,
real sexy vibe. I'm getting love. I'm walking through the crowd. People's like, yo, bro, yo, what up, yo, love. The DJ seen that and said, nah, he can't get that love right now, and threw on a diss record, not just a 50 record, like a Ja Rule record.
What was it? Back Down or what?
I don't remember what record it was, but I know I heard Ja Rule somewhere in the midst of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I went to the DJ to address it, like, yo, homie, like why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, now you trying to be funny. Like, don't get it misconstrued on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a sucker, homie. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to talk to him about it. And then he got tough on me, like, what? Bring it back, man. And that was like, okay, I'm gonna, now this is a problem.
See, that's what you get for believing 50. 50 said I was a Pop-Tart sweetheart.
and it ain't like that. So that's how that story, but then the story went on, the legend went on to the story is, all I did was play a 50 record and he went crazy on me. But it wasn't that. Like, when I'm in the club and I hear 50 records, it's the funniest thing. 50 records come on in the club, everybody goes like this.
They look
absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I be doing?
I'm like this.
Absolutely.
Bum, bum, woo! Bum, 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 bum. I'm having fun to it. It don't matter to me, man. It's like life is so much bigger than what that was. There's so much more for me in life right now. Like I'm enjoying life. I got a bunch of movie situations that are coming for me. By the way, I got a film coming out October 18th.
Yeah, I seen that. I went to the movie yesterday. I seen your big poster. You and Adrian Bayan.
Yeah. That'll be out October 18th in theaters. That's a faith-based movie. But there's a lot of things going on in my life right now that's really, really great. So I'm like, I don't care about that, yo. I'm gonna dance to the records. I'm gonna have fun to the music, and I'm gonna have fun with my life.
Do you ever regret clapping back? Because there's some people who say that if you would have just ignored 50 and kept making your big records.
Nah, at the end of the day, Charlamagne, I'm an artist, and as an artist, to sleep well at night, I have to get things off my chest. Music for me is therapy.
Gotcha.
It's very therapeutic. So at first, when the sling started coming, I couldn't really say nothing because we were going through the federal indictment and everything you could say can and will be used against you in the court of law. So it wasn't much that I could say. But as time went on and the trial was, dwindling down and Gotti and them was, about to get acquitted and things like that, I said, okay, now I could kind of speak. I could kind of say, what I want to say. I could, but by then it was too late. 50's momentum, and it was like that. It was already. People was like, too late, homie. We riding already over here. Yeah. But for me, it was okay. I made the record
too.
I got the record off my chest. I made Blood in My Eye. I felt great about it. I love Blood in My Eye. It's a great album.
I do too. It's a great album.
It's an angry album, but it's a timepiece. If you listen to my whole discography from Veni Vidi Vici to Pain Is Love Too, you don't have to interview me. You could hear it in my music, what I was going through each record. From Veni Vidi Vici, that was the struggle. That was me coming out of the hood. That was my come up. Everything I lived to that moment was put into that album. Then Rule 336 was, okay, I'm getting a little bit of money now. I'm having some fun, between me and you. We gonna put
new style was created on
and then
album.
So forth and so on. Pain Is Love, Last. All of those albums speak to the consumer. It speaks to the fans. So the fans actually can just listen to my albums and know what I was going through each year and time period.
So what about this next project?
Hold on. When 50 and G-Unit started to fall off musically, did y'all smile a little bit though?
I really didn't care.
I didn't care.
Yeah. It is.
I mean, it's weird and it's funny because at present day he's damn near in the same place that we are musically. He has to make a record that people care about. Right. His last record I thought was very funny. The one with
Kendrick.
No. He had a record with what's the Maroon 5 guy? Adam Levine.
Yeah.
That was a very soft and delicate record. I was like, wow. Look at this guy. He's with Adam Levine.
Yeah. I didn't think it was a bad record. I was in jail watching it when he did it on The Voice, and I didn't think it was a bad record. But
nah, that record was he looked a little crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad record.
Have y'all had any contact?
You know what's funny? I was at the After Earth premiere because I came with Will and JL, Will's manager. And it's crazy. And Charlie Mack. So I'm sitting there, and 50 comes in with his little entourage, whatever, and we walk right past, he walked right past me, right past me. And I'm like, my antennas is always up when he's there because you just never know. So I'm sitting there. But the funny thing is the whole theater got tense. Mm-hmm. When I tell you the whole theater got tense. But nothing happened. I think like with him or whatever like that, I don't really think he's thinking about it like that much either. The only reason we talk about it is because we really like you guys. So we're going to talk about it. But really, let's talk about something. It's 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm done talking about it.
We're done talking
let's talk about these new records you put out.
Now hey, big love to 52, by the way. Shout out to you, kid.
Where you at musically now? I'm talking about all your albums. So now where, you put these records out now, where are you now?
I'm just having fun with it now, Envy. I'm in a space where I just want to go in the studio, make records, and enjoy, making records.
You know what I like to see, and this is with you too, Irv, is we haven't seen you guys in a long time. 2 years for you and 2-3 years for you. Right. And then with your emergence on Twitter, it was good to see because you never know what's happening.
No, Irv Gotti's reckless on Twitter.
No, because
Instagram, Twitter. Irv Gotti 187. Follow me. I'm entertaining.
Absolutely.
And I may drop a jewel.
Absolutely. You see so many artists broke, losing money, messed up athletes. So Not to say that
Not
it was
here,
expected.
kid.
You were gone for 2 years, and I'm like, man, this has got to hurt. There's not too many people that can leave for 2 years. Not
and then you didn't file your taxes, and that came up.
And then come back and still be okay, still living in the same house. Same thing with Irv. We ain't see Irv in 2 years, no music, behind the scenes a lot, and you still driving, the
Phantoms.
Drop heads.
That's what surprised everybody.
I'm smart, yo.
Very nice house. Very nice house.
I'm smart.
His celebrity net worth is $60 million, FYI.
That's not true. But that's not true.
The website says
I ain't one of
$60
the
million.
dudes that's gonna front to you and be like, what, 60? Man, that's 100. Nah, that ain't true. But here's something that is true. Ever since my first deal with Blunt TVT, I got 20 grand. I ain't never been broke since.
Yeah.
Like me and Rule, we Rule still got the big Rule's houses. I love Rule's house. Big home. Now I'm neighbors with him. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I know how to get money. I'm gonna get money, yo. Me and Rule are gonna get money.
How do y'all make y'all income now? I mean, was it residuals from past records? Or
well, I own
shows,
half of my masters. Okay. It don't mean much, but it spins off some change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I own half of my masters. Yeah. So I'm gonna I could stop what I'm doing and just off of residuals, I'll make $500,000 to $1 million a year.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That's good.
And the one thing that I did that was really smart, we had an accountant, and I had all this money. Me and Rule, we was making a lot of money. We was.
That's not the accountant that didn't file your taxes.
Nah. But she had told me when we was making a lot of money, and when Deb had kicked me out, this is the type of dude I am. So it was going to buy an apartment here in Tribeca. Apartment was like $2 million. So she was like, yo, put down 10% and use your money other ways. I said, yo, I don't know what's gonna happen.
You buy this thing outright.
I buy it. I just paid for it. And in hindsight, the reason why I'm pretty decent with money is because I did things like that. I own everything. I don't have a big monthly nut that I gotta, you know what I'm saying?
No foreclosure you gotta worry about.
Nah, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Like I just bought everything. You know what I'm saying? And it really, in hindsight, it helped me out because when times got hard, it was like the monthly nut that I needed. I could survive off of residuals, really.
Yeah. Right.
And you
if
have to
I
know
ain't do
yourself.
nothing, I can sit at home and just scratch my balls all day, and I'll be all right. I won't be able to ball. Right. I won't have the fans or so, but I would be all right.
Yeah.
Now, what happened with the super group that was supposed to happen back in the day? Jay-Z, DMX, Ja. Why that never came to fruition?
Who messed that up?
I don't think nobody messed it up.
That was that first couple of records. I was like, yes,
because it could have happened. All y'all wanted the Def Jam umbrella.
It would have been real dope, but egos getting
Irv
involved
got a
with
story
stuff like that. Egos definitely get involved with stuff like that. It was a time we couldn't get X and J in the same room.
Yeah.
So that was difficult. It's a lot to that. Go ahead. You can tell them more.
It's a lot. It's a lot to that. It's no one's fault or whatever like that, but it's something that I wanted. Me in particular, I felt like the most unique individual. Again, I met Jay in '87 with Jazz. We went to London. We've been boys ever since. I met DMX in 1988 through this guy, Dr. Zeus, Chad Elliott. He introduced me to D.Y. and DMX. I've known them since '88. Then I met Rule in 1990 through Chris Black and everything like that. And then Rule was my man. So just for everybody listening, right? Just think of me for 1 second. I knew these three guys was the best. When I heard them, they was just different and special. I knew this before we sold records or anything. So for me, it wasn't about money. It wasn't about nothing. I wanted to do this project with my three brothers. And, we tried 2 times. When we first tried, it definitely was egos because Rule, that was when the cover XXL, we sparked it.
Tough cover.
Legendary cover.
Back of the cover's tough.
Chain
right?
in the back.
The chain in the back. These are 3 my brothers, right? So when that happened, Rule wasn't at the top of the game. These 2 was. So I understood. I'm like, all right, they may not want to do it for that reason. It's still in my mind, though, it's just music, yo. I'm not asking y'all to pull off drive-bys for me. Let's go on and make some records and make some music. Yeah. So, but I understand why it didn't happen again. I tried to do it a second time, and this time Rule was as big as them. And it still didn't happen. I'm not gonna point no fingers or whatever, but my ambition, it hurt it because I'm like, why? Let's go. And I had put together this plot where it was a third. I said, Joe, we're gonna make at least $100 million each. Just give me 16 months of your time. You understand? I'm gonna give you back $100 million or whatever like that. And it still didn't happen. Now to double back, that's why the Nas maybe it happened. No one wants to be great with me. No one wants to ride and be great with their man. I want to be great. Oh, Nas, you want to mess around? Let's try and be great. That ambition, I should have never did that though.
Right. Now how you?
I'm giving y'all too much.
No, you're giving us a lot.
People gonna look back on this.
I'm watching the video.
Yo, that's dope though. They got us all going. I'm giving them
I
too
see him
much.
over here very interested.
Now, how was your hand in everybody's? I don't want to say pocket, but everybody's back. You know, you talk to Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
She talks about. You know, I'm talking about your hand in everybody's back. I caught it.
Yeah, we caught it.
Nicki Minaj talks about how much that she can call on you. Drake talks about how he can call on you. How do you still link it with all these people, but you so far from the music?
You know what? You know what's the good thing about them? First of all, big shout out to Drake. Your album's incredible. Love you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Dope album.
Love you, dog. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
y'all
Like,
blueprint.
yeah, but
Absolutely.
he's singing like he hates Drake. So we
Yeah.
gotta be
fan.
careful.
He's
We gotta be
trying to-
careful. I love Drake.
No,
You know,
really, Drake hates him.
Drake is super talented, dog.
Oh, he can rap his ass off, absolutely.
And he can sing, and he may start it from the bottom and hold on. Give that man, let him be great.
He is.
Let him be great.
He can rap his ass off.
So here's the thing, like, for me personally, I love the fact my connection with Nicki and Drake, because I was on them early. I tried to sign Nicki, but I didn't really have a label deal at the time. And Nicki's so smart. She was like, Murder Inc. isn't that hot right now, Gotti. But she's like, you're ill. Manage me. And I'm like, then I bossed her down. I said, I ain't no manager. I'm a label owner or whatever like that. Hindsight, I'm stupid. I should have managed
You should have managed Nicki Minaj.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? What I like about that, my radar for artists is super solid. It's on point. You know, like everyone who like I vibe with, even like with Meek, they dope. There's something about them and they dope. So for me, I get a happiness in knowing like, oh, I knew she was gonna be that. I knew Drake was gonna be that. But it's just a real solid friendship. With me and Nicki is deep because Nicki I knew way before, and then when she didn't sign with me, like I kind of advised her. I got her with her lawyers that she's with now, that's powerhouses, and I like kind of pushed her to Young Money. Like the conversation I had, she was talking about the deals, and I'm like, Nicki, don't even think about the deal. I said, whatever you sign in the beginning, it doesn't matter really, because once you blow up, you burn that contract up anyway.
Absolutely.
So I said, Joe, you gonna go with the hottest crew. It's got Weezy and Drake. I said, listen, just sign with them. And I was like, just tell Wayne you just want to be on one record, just end with a video. Because I said, what history tells us is the female with the hot,
oh yeah,
she's gonna go.
Oh yeah,
A la Ashanti, a la Eve, a la Little Kim. It's just the formula of success, and it's a reason. And I went in depth with her. I said it's a reason because all these girls love Wayne and Drake, and then when they see you standing next to her, they envy you. Like they like, yo, I wish I was Nicki. Look, she's cool with Drake, and I wonder if she's them. Like, you understand? Like that's what they do next. I wonder if she's them. I wonder if she's both of them. Wow, how lucky is she? I would give the world to suck Drizzy's. Right? You understand? So it becomes a thing. But I explained to her in detail why, and she really like took to it and she did it. And then when it came out, she hit me. She was like, wow. And then I was telling her enjoy the moment, like. You know what I'm saying? That's why she gave me a little bit of love for the moment, because I was like, yo, this is your time. If you ask any artist, like even with us, when we first came out with Mer, it was the best time in the world. You selling records, you going to, it's the best
remember
time.
This time right here? Remember this
This the best time. Yo, but really?
I know y'all bang Christina Milian.
Stop, man.
Why are you doing that?
This should be the Breakfast Club. This should be the jump out the window morning show, yo. Say whatever's on your mind morning show. What's on your mind? Say it.
Does Drake ever reach out to you, Ja, for advice on how to handle like getting flack for doing the singing thing?
Nah,
so
you know, I seen Drake before I went in. I ran into Drake at Berry's in L.A. And me and him kicked it. He gave me his number and stuff. He's like, yo, whatever you need, dog, it's love, it's love. But I went to jail after that, so we really didn't get to connect and kick it. But I was happy to see that him and Gotti got cool while I was away. You know, because he's a good dude.
He's a good guy. And
Yeah.
see, you know what? Everyone, we need to stop with all of the rough and tough or everyone. You understand? Like, let him be who he is. Like, you'll give him flack because he's a good guy. Like, because he'll say something nice to somebody and you'll give him, what is that?
Well, I actually gave him flack for the opposite. When I saw the headlines video, he had the black hoodies on. He was talking about, you gonna make me catch a body like that. I'm like, yo, that's not you.
It's hip-hop.
Hip-hop. Yeah.
It's hip-hop. And trust me, he's around some dudes that probably, he's like, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the guy was founded by Jay Prince's son. Jay Prince is somewhere in the mix with this dude. Never question Jay Prince.
He didn't call a couple times.
I got a couple calls from Jay
Never
Prince.
question my brother Jay
Yeah.
Prince. No, he owns a ranch with pigs.
Hogs, not pigs.
No.
You ever see?
Hog.
Hold
He done
on,
called a
you ever
couple
see
times.
Snatch?
Yeah.
Watch the movie Snatch when they talk about pigs.
I definitely got a couple calls from
He
Jay
done called a
Prince
couple
in my
times.
life.
Yeah, Prince is a good
Jay
dude.
Prince
Shout out
is
to
my
Prince.
brother, and that's my man. He's not for play. He's authentic. You understand? He's authentically.
You still got a relationship
Prince.
with him and Suge?
Of course.
Now for you, Jai, when you were in jail, how many people reached out to you trying to say, okay, when you get out, we're going to do this, we're going to do that?
You know, a lot of people reached out to me. I got a lot of letters from a lot of, people in the industry and stuff.
Anything promising that you were like, okay, I'm definitely...
Nah, it was just like, yo, hold your head, love, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So it was good to see that people, was reaching out.
And then when you got home, did you reach out to certain people, say, yo, let's do this together, let's do that? How's that?
Nah, not really. I'm a different dude, man. I don't want to be a burden on nobody's plate. If y'all over here doing that and, I'm maybe not the hottest guy or I'm not the guy maybe to be next to at this moment, I'm not going to bother you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, yo, stand next to me and mess up what you got going on or whatever. I'm just going to ride through the storm and I'll put it on my back and me and Gotti will ride out. We'll do what we got to do and it'll be fine.
We cool with walking alone.
Yeah.
If you even look at the way his career started and everything like that, we never really did the big features till later when the whole industry wanted to do a Ja Rule record. But when you look at his career, when we first started out, we was messing with, we broke artists. Like usually, like Christina Milian, she didn't have no records. We just put her on the joint. Little Mo, we put her on the joint. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really, buddy hustle with everybody like that. We didn't have no problems and it was love with everybody, but I was like, when I'm in the studio, I ain't really thinking about no one else. I'm thinking about us. So we don't need nobody. So really, we in a comfortable state with it's just me and Rule, cool.
But I do love collaborating.
Yeah, we do love collaborations.
With great artists. Great talent.
And look, it was crazy because when we did the Fresh Out the Pen record, I was like, as an executive and as a music maker and a producer, we all go through it, right? So we all think of, I wonder what Future would sound like. But this is how I am. As soon as when I think like that, I smack myself. I said, you sound like a regular dude. That's what the regular dude will do. That has no mind, has no innovative things. And then I said, with Rule, with the place we in, I didn't want no one to get that energy. If we make a great record, give it to my man. If I'd have put Future on that record, and Bugatti or whatever like that, they'd be like, oh, Future brought Rule back. You understand?
Right.
Nah, ain't no one bringing Rule back. Rule bringing Rule back. You know what I'm saying?
Now they saying, they say you sound like Meek Mill on record. I mean, you sound like the same job I've always been hearing, but
That's crazy.
This new era said you sound like Meek Mill.
That's because that energy, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just flowing on the record. I'm just being me, having some fun with the record. You know what it is? A lot of people so used to my commercial records that they don't really know,
Listen
my
to the
street
albums.
records or the
The
album
album
cuts.
cuts.
Listen
and,
to the
and
albums, yo.
The flows, the different flows I play with and stuff on the albums. I know people just don't really know Ja Rule like they think they know Ja Rule musically, too. So
Yo,
it's all right.
the crazy thing, when he was inside, all I listened to was Rule. Because I love Rule so much, I was like, yo, when he come home, he deserves the shot. He deserves the shot from me. You know what I'm saying? Because really, Pill 2, I wasn't heavily involved. I was on my sabbatical. You understand?
It's a great album, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I was on my sabbatical. But I said when he comes home, he deserves every bit of me. So boom, for the 2 years, I'm listening to all his music. And what I came back with really, and this isn't just because he's my man, he gets busy. like when you listen to his music and listen to him, like the flows and everything, the wordplay, the content, yo, stop it. He gets busy. He put him up there with anybody, and you put Rule on a record with anybody, he gonna shine.
So where's Murder Inc. now? What's Ja doing now? Is Ja signed to Murder Inc.? Is it a partnership? Do you have a label
that's
deal?
That's for life, yo.
Yeah, Murder Inc. is always gonna be, you know, the imprint that put us.
First of all, Murder Inc. is his too. It's like it's his too.
Ours, but you know but now we got a thing. He got Visionary. I got Maven. And together we are Visionary Maven on
Murder Inc.
Yeah, on Murder Inc.
So, and where's that distributed, or is it independent?
Oh no. Well, right now,
I seen you walking around with Leo a lot.
Yeah, there's rumors that you and Leo Cole.
I seen you walking around with Leo a lot.
Gonna start a
we
situation.
just was at dinner with Leo.
I heard. Big shout to Lance.
We heard y'all doing some stuff.
Huh?
You heard y'all doing some stuff.
The thing with Leo is, he is my mentor, right? Period. In the story. He's the man that brought me in the game and schooled me. So I came to him with all of this energy with making music, but he showed me business. He opened up this world to me. So me and Leo is like a connection forever. So Leo's starting a situation, and Rule will probably be on Leo's situation with Maddie Jane. Everything that I do, Leo is gonna be around with Julie, with Kaiser, and just for me, I have to have that. I've learned something in these years. I can't be with the scary executive that's my partner. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It does not work. I can't be with the executive that's scared that if I get hot, I'm going to take their job. I can't be with the executive that's just scared of me on the whole, because I do run with a lot of, and they are going to be in the office because they're my family. You understand? And I'm not going to turn my back on them for nothing. You understand? So I have to be with executives that understand me, understand who I am, that are not afraid, that want me to succeed. All of the other executives out there that's scary, it doesn't work.
Is that why you never got the shot of being president of Def Jam?
Well, the president of Def Jam, in all realness, yes, that's absolutely the shot. The absolute reason. But also, I don't hold no bitterness to it, because the feds ran up in Worldwide Plaza. You know what I'm saying? So everyone, when you think about that, yes, I am overqualified for Def Jam. Russell Simmons lived 10 blocks from me. Like, I grew up worshiping Def Jam. That's the reason why I wanted a label. I was an A&R director at Def Jam. I helped bring tremendous success to Def Jam. There's nothing anyone could tell me about Def Jam. I eat, breathe, Def Jam. But I'll never get it because the feds ran up in Worldwide. So for the powers that be, I'm sure, hey, do we want to give this guy? And he still runs around with like, is he gonna have the feds running up in here again or whatever? So you know what I'm saying? I know that black cloud, it hangs over my head, and I'm cool with it. But I'm not leaving my dudes alone.
Nah, but that's not your calling to be president of Def Jam.
It must not. God has a bigger plan.
That's not.
Although I would have loved it. You understand? Jay actually did, and when you look at it, Jay did a masterful job at Def Jam. Yeah. There hasn't been a president since. Look at Joey, he bailed. Like, that was crazy. Wasn't that funny?
He's out.
It was the Trinidad James thing. It was about to hit him, right?
That was it?
I think so. You know what I'm
Trinidad James $2 million.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When you give Trinidad James $2 million, right, what you giving Ye? Give me $50 million. Like, if you give Trinidad James $2 million, you better give Ye 50. Ye is a mind-blowing genius, groundbreaking, iconic hip-hop artist. And you just gave Gold All in My Neck. And I love that record. When it come on Trinidad, I am popped my, woo, yeah, that's me. But is he a Def Jam artist? Def Jam is like the home of artists that personify hip-hop, culturally important. These are the artists that has came up through Def Jam. Def Jam means something to the hip-hop culture. And I'm just scared. I'm just scared with, like, yeah, I'm just scared. I ain't going to mention no names, but I'm just scared with the guy who's at the watch of it. He don't care about Def Jam.
You gotta be really, really of the culture to run Def Jam.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
I think Beckham could do
you gotta
a good job.
you gotta
Beckham
have
is of
broke
the
dance
culture.
before. You need to write graffiti before. You need to.
You need to be part of this culture.
You need to be part of this
gotta
culture,
understand
man.
what that logo means. Right. And I'm very scared that it's gonna become Motown. You know what I'm saying? Motown was Def Jam. It was culturally important, R&B, Barry Gordy, and everything. And now Motown is an afterthought. Universal Motown. They did the same thing with Def Jam now. Island Def Jam. And it's like they're gonna phase it. They'll phase it out because the powers that be, you know, they don't care about that culture or whatever. They thinking what's best to minimize the dollar and thing, and they don't care.
Get money.
That's why they probably like, don't put Gotti up there because he cares too much. Don't put Gotti up there. He's going to overcare.
Make me the president of Def Jam.
I just want to tell you that we have officially went over our Jay-Z interview and Fat Joe interview.
You beat Hov and Fat Joe?
We beat Hov and Fat Joe.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean,
106 minutes, 106 minutes, an hour and 6 minutes.
Y'all are good, though.
I love it.
But like I always
double
say,
album, right?
these are the best interviews. I love interviewing the OGs, the legends.
Yo,
Y'all got
absolutely.
so much history.
Yo.
And y'all won't write a book, so this the
Ja Rule wrote a book.
Ja is okay.
I'm going to write a book later. Because I'm like, you know, my people tell me, they say, Joe, they said when someone makes the money that you made at your age and go through hard times, they said it's all good, Gotti, because now you're smart. And I said, Joe, I am. I'm more mature. I'm not that wild dude. But, Joe, my brain is so vicious right now because I done seen and did so much. I got so much experience and knowledge. They say, yo, the second run.
The second run is the
They
run.
said the second run is the vicious run. And they said, Joe, you're still your early 40s. You're a young man. They said, Joe, you're a young man. Executives go to 60, 70. So they said, Joe, you're about to kill it. Like my good friends and executives, the billionaires, all my billionaire friends be giving me mad like little advice. They be like, yo, you're about to kill it. Because they said, just think about it. Think of how much knowledge you got in your brain with everything. I'm like, yo, you're right.
We went through a lot
I'm
early.
never going to make that same mistake again.
Yeah, we went through a lot early.
Hindsight, 50, go ahead, sign with Atlantic in Craig, because we blocked them to Elvis and Dre. Yo, and big shout out to Eminem. They said Elvis, like when I say Elvis, I mean it in the complimentary form. You know? Like Elvis was the biggest artist. He's the biggest artist. Like even when I talk about hip hop and
But
rappers,
you gotta watch how you say that, because Elvis also stole black music. But so
hello,
you gotta watch how you say it. You know what I'm saying?
hello.
That's where the negative comes in.
It's no negative with that. So all of you Eminem crazy fans, it's no negative with that. You know what I'm saying? Eminem, his little quick Eminem story. Eminem was actually, me and him was cool. Damian Young, DeMizza, he used to do Power 106 shows in LA. And like the first shows, me and we were shooting pool. Cool dude.
Yeah.
Like I like Eminem.
Yeah.
I like him. Really, me and Rule is good dudes. We don't really. It's gonna take a lot for us.
You know, I got
you.
a crazy story too with me and M. Me and M seen each other. We was switching jets. He was coming off, and I was about to get on, and we kicked it right then and there. And it was like, yo,
in the midst of everything.
Yeah, in the midst of everything, while we was about to switch plane, I said, yo, ain't no malice. He said, ain't no malice here. You know what I mean? It's love. You know what I'm saying? And so from then I knew that me and M didn't really have no issues.
It's no issue. It's just because of that.
The situation, right?
So
M is a monster though.
good.
Every record he gets on with another rapper, he
destroys.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
That like he's a rapper's rapper. Like that's like hip hop battle 101. Rapper's rapper. I don't care. We on the same record. I'm bodying you, whether you like it or not.
And that's an unwritten rule.
That's an unwritten rule
by
in
the
hip-hop.
way.
Yeah.
For all of y'all that's up in arms and then raw about the Kendrick verse,
right.
that has always been
It's
an unwritten
always
rule
been.
for artists.
Tell your man Drake that.
If I
Irv.
get on a record with you, I want to body you. And
Tell
you
your
should
man
want to
Drake
body
that.
me. That's just the way it is.
Drake's crying about the verse.
He ain't
Tell your man
trying to
Drake
get
that.
that verse. Stop it, yo.
But that's an unwritten rule in hip-hop. It's always been like that.
Hey, when Drake gets on records, usually he's the one who shines.
True.
Yeah.
When he's rapping.
No, this guy right here.
All right.
Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, we appreciate you stopping through.
Love,
No
love,
doubt.
love.
Oh, man, it's the Breakfast Club. You know what it is. Let's go.
Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your
Weekday morning 6 to 10.
And with these type of records, I'm getting top 40 love with these
top
type
40,
of records.
right.
So yeah, it makes sense when he says, okay, well maybe I need to start doing these type of records. Even though I ridiculed the guy for
these are the
doing
records
these
that's
type of
gonna
records.
win.
These are the records that are winning. These are the records that's going to keep me getting paid.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I understand it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
You ever mad at the consumer though? Like, yo, he just told y'all.
He just
I
told
was whack
y'all
for
that
doing this, but now he's
pizza
doing
was
it.
the worst thing in the world and sold you pizza. Yes, I understand it. I get it. You know, like I said, you know, previously before, I was a little bit hurt by the fans turning on me because I'm a fan-driven artist. I love my fans. So it was a little bit of a thing where I was like, wow, like y'all flipping on me.
And
like,
they were trying to push your buttons. I remember people would come to your shows and wear G-Unit shirts.
Oh, all day.
Power 1051.
Just I want to ask something from the Packers. This is something the hood used to see. Like when 50 knocked you for singing, and then he turned around and used your same formula.
What
Everybody
a
loved him
plan.
for it.
Yo, big
How did
ups
y'all
to his
feel?
masterful plan, yo. You
that's
executed it well, yo. No,
that's the old
that's
bait
real.
and switch.
It was
You know what I'm saying?
basically the second joint, 21 questions.
That's the old bait and switch. You know what I'm saying?
How about the video was very similar to Ja's video when he was in jail.
Yeah.
The concept and the treatment for the video was extremely similar.
Well, you got to understand something
He
about
did that with Vita
about hip hop.
on Put It On Me.
You got to understand something about music. When somebody is winning the way we were winning in the music business, everybody's taking notice.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see, okay, well, you know, we pull up BDS, we pull up SoundScan. You know, they looking, they like, man, Ja getting 10,000 spins a week on a record.
Yeah.
He's you know, he's selling this much amount of records. So everybody's watching and everybody's saying, I want that.
slot. Yeah.
So everybody doesn't necessarily have the blueprint to get to that. So they use your blueprint to get to that.
Gotcha.
And I think labels do the same thing. You know, they push people into these positions like, yo, you know, well, how about going in and trying one of those Ja Rule style records? You know, that might work for you right now. Try that and then see how that works. You know, so this is how it goes in the music business. So it's not a shock to me that once he figured out, oh, you know what? I could get like 10,000 spins off of doing these type of records. I'm getting a look on the other side in middle America.
And you were trying to jump out the crowd, trying to knock everybody's head off.
We paid a lot of money in lawsuits.
A lot of lawsuits.
I'm putting a number at like 4 or 5 million.
Goodness gracious.
Absolutely.
Rule, what you need to know, he's not having it.
Yeah.
So anyone that comes, he's firing on him. And once he's like a boss. Rule's a boss. So when Rule fires, we all fire.
All it takes is a G-Unit t-shirt for $4 million. Bring the G-Unit t-shirt when you come back.
We're in a good place. We ain't doing that no more.
I heard stories about beating up DJs for playing G-Unit records in the clubs.
Not G-Unit records, G-Unit disc records. It's a little different. You know, that story got a little bit taken out of context because I'm going to tell that story how it happened. I walk into this beautiful party in Miami. It was like it was like an outside, like a beach party, like a, you know, one of them outdoor
Sexy.
real sexy vibe. I'm getting love. I'm walking through the crowd. People's like, yo, bro, yo, what up? Yo, love. The DJ seen that and said, nah, he can't get that love right now. And threw on a diss record, not just a 50 record, like a Ja Rule record.
What was it? Back Down or what?
I don't remember what record it was, but I know I heard Ja Rule somewhere in the midst of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I went to the DJ to address it like, yo, homie, like why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, now you trying to be funny. Like, don't get it misconstrued on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a sucker, homie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I tried to talk to him about it. And then he got tough on me like, what? Bring it back, man. And that was like, okay, I'm going to, now this will probably.